Let's talk about it. This is the podcast where Jamie and Kirsten talk about everything.
No limits, no boundaries.
Join us while we talk about what really goes on in our lives.
Anything goes.
So without further ado, let's talk about it.
What?
Hello.
Welcome back. Hold on, of course. This bitch is calling me now. Sorry.
Yeah, what a way to start the episode, you guys.
I apologize. She's not a bitch. I was just frustrated.
Yeah. It's all good.
Should we just re-roll?
Yeah,
hello,
so
hello.
Good evening, you sexy fuckers.
Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. If that first 45 seconds didn't tell you how I've been doing, then I don't know what will.
Right.
So, should we just dive right into it?
Let's just dive right in.
How have you been doing?
I've been okay. I've been great. So it's been 2 weeks since
I feel like we should address that.
I mean, at this point, just expect it.
I feel
sometimes
like
it'll happen, and that's okay.
It's the fact that I was so caught up in life last week that I didn't even realize until Tuesday that we didn't film.
Yeah.
I think maybe for now, until I do have a ball's grip on my fucking schedule, Jesus, that maybe every 2 weeks, every other week we upload.
Fair.
I do want to give a heads up. Next week's every 2 weeks, but next week's episode. Next week's episode will not be uploaded on Tuesday. I haven't even talked to you about this. I think should we upload it on Wednesday? It's because I don't want to wait a full week to upload it because I'm so excited about it.
Let's just go crazy.
So next week is our very special episode with psychic medium Kathleen Moore. We are filming that on Tuesday, which is our normal upload day. We could wait till the next Tuesday the following Tuesday to upload that, but I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Because I'm so excited to have her on.
No, me too. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be a fun episode, so
I feel like we never really totally, I don't know, interviewed someone.
Yeah, I mean, we had Anna, which is very a different circumstance.
That is a totally different vibe. That's just a chit chat.
Exactly. So
hang out.
I think it's gonna be interesting, but it'll be cool.
I think it's gonna be interesting because you don't really know anything about her.
Yeah. This is actually funny though, because we can record how I am. I'm so annoying when I first meet someone because I can't stop talking. So the listeners will get to see how I am when I first start talking to someone.
Literally talking to this woman, I always get so nervous, and she usually calls me out about it. So
I don't get nervous with strangers.
So hopefully she doesn't pick up on my vibe.
I think my vibe is gonna be just excited to be there, just happy to be
because I know that she meditates a lot. And the one time I talked to her on the phone, she was like, "You're so anxious and I could feel your anxiety. Why are you anxious?" And I was like, because of you.
It's funny.
Just your existence.
So yeah, look forward to that, guys. It's gonna be a great episode.
Yes.
Anyways.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We needed to do that. We needed to give a
Anyways, it's been 2 weeks. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm great. I don't know, man.
I'm okay. Sorry.
I don't really know where to start. It's been kind of a random 2 weeks. I've been good. I can't complain. What's been happening with me? Did I do anything fun this week? I don't remember.
Do you want to talk about your breakdown last night?
Oh my god, wait, that's actually so fun. So yeah, basically I
really just put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I'm living for it. So okay, we know that I'm not really the type of person who cares about superficial things. I'm not very vain. I don't care about like the way I look or clothes or any of that stupid shit. It's just not like I don't care. I'm very like low maintenance, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But so that's usually like 90% of the time. I'm very like, I don't complain about shit. But then there's the 10% of the time when I'm looking for clothes for a certain occasion, or in last night's case, looking for a bathing suit. So it's things like that that really just it's something I'm still working on clearly after last night's conversation. I just don't have like the best like body image. So I'm still like I have really low self-esteem when it comes to that, but I don't talk about it. I don't like thinking about it, so I kind of just like ignore it most of the time, but
You
sometimes
do.
it comes out
And all this comes out at once.
right. So my way of coping with that is just making jokes because it's the only way I know how to cope with being like uncomfortable with something. And so last night I was on the phone with you and I was explaining to you my dilemma of my bathing suit from last summer doesn't fucking fit. And so I needed a new bathing suit. And so I absolutely refuse to try on a bathing suit in store because that really just like transports me to the ripe age of like 10 years old having a mental breakdown in the Kohl's fitting room.
Not the Kohl's fitting room.
Like honestly, because when I just to say it's always been that way. I don't like shit like that. It's just not for me. And so I get overwhelmed when I'm
Not
trying shit
approved
on
by
sometimes.
me.
Huh?
It's not me. It's never been me. Not
That's
approved
right.
by me.
Yeah. So I just get really overwhelmed with shit like that and I don't like dealing with it. So I just avoid it at all costs and do quite a bit of online shopping. So that if I have a breakdown, it can be in the comfort of my own home. um, so yesterday I was on the phone with you explaining the situation and I was like, help me find a bathing suit. And you were like, okay. And
I
so
sent you so many good options.
you did. And we just need to I have a hard time explaining like some of the things that, and it's not even a you thing because like to any normal fucking like person, yeah, like oh you send someone a bathing suit that you think's cute and they usually like it, but for me it's like a whole different thing because I am so critical of it because I like know myself and I know that something's not going to look good on me just by looking at it. And I was also explaining to you scale because that's another big thing that like it matters and people don't take it into account.
And also that like I myself have really bad body image issues, but I feel like our approaches are so different to where like in my brain I don't like the way I look in a lot of fucking things. So I just make myself uncomfortable by wearing the things that I know that I feel like I'm not going to look good in.
Yeah,
where you're just like you won't even give that a shot.
Absolutely not.
So like our brains just work in two different ways.
Because I'm also able to be very objective and realistic with myself and I look at like a crop top that's really tight with like thin straps. That's never going to fucking look good on me, like objectively.
Okay, that's not gonna look good on me because I have a fupa, a fat upper pit area.
You don't though.
I do.
You are objective.
I do. I looks like I have
fight all the time about
it
this.
literally looks like I have 4 titties.
Okay, yeah, my whole body looks like a giant tit. Okay, like
Stop.
straight up. Don't even get into this with me. And so, anyways, I'm talking scale, and when we see something on a model, the model is 6 feet tall and 90 pounds. Of course, it looks good on them, but we have to take into account we got to scale that up like 2 sizes to really like get the image of me in it. And that's some people don't take that into account, and I take it into account. And see, I'm like showing you yesterday the one. I'm like, we really need to like look at this. This wouldn't work for me. And it was just like a whole thing. And we ended up finding one. And I'm like, I didn't even want to buy it because it's like the fear of it getting here I'm trying it on and it doesn't fucking fit, and then I have to like be so ashamed like at the post office mailing it back. Like I really just that's not for me. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I told you that you needed to buy something else with it. And this is something that I do a lot is like when I know I'm ordering something that I'm gonna hate on me, I'll order myself something else that like I know that I'll like. So it's like a reward. Like
For sure.
it's like salt. Okay, you're opening the bathing suit that you're already like insecure about. Try it on, doesn't fit. That's salt on the wound. Okay,
Right.
we gotta like
Soften the blow a little
soften
bit.
the blow.
That's fair. That's a good strategy actually. So yeah, basically I ordered and it's also another thing. I'm like it's weird cuz my whole fucking life I wear a two-piece bathing suit whatever. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, maybe let's go for like a high-waisted moment to suck it all in. But then it's tough.
I'm a slut for like a nice high-waisted bathing
Okay,
suit.
but I don't really know how much more high-waisted I can make it without going like fucking one piece. And that's not the life that I want to live.
I love a good one piece.
See, I don't. It's not for me, and I don't know why. It's just not my thing. And so I'm like in this weird kind of like middle ground right now, and I don't know how to deal with it. Absolutely. Like I said yesterday, no disrespect to anyone that is like a tankini fan. I like respect the hell out of you. That's like really brave, but it's just not for me.
Right.
And that's okay. Yeah, so that's been a thing. It's just a little and it's one of those things where it doesn't come out very often where I get like that. It's one of those things where it's maybe like once every 6 months I'll have this breakdown and then I just like push it aside and forget about it. And I think that's healthy. So that's a thing. What else happened this week? I've been really hating social media lately.
You have.
You got okay, and it's tough because like it's obviously I think anyone with a phone can like hopefully openly admit to having like an addiction to social media because it
I
is a real
do.
thing, and I definitely do. And the more I've been thinking about it the last few weeks, it's so fucked up, and I've been like I hate it. I hate social media. I hate how fake it is. It's literally like not real. Like you're
You're
sitting there and you're
right.
posting what you want people to see about you, but it's not even fucking real. And it's so stupid and pointless and I don't understand it. And I also hate that it's like just a free space to bitch about your problems and oh, let's complain when there's people fucking dying. Like
And I have to admit that like I'm so guilty of that because I literally use Twitter as like my fucking diary.
yeah.
Like I literally like any thought that comes into my brain, I'm typing
It's
that shit
just
out.
I feel like I was talking to you a little bit about it like a couple days ago about how I just feel like everyone as a society lacks perspective and it's first world problems. That's what it is, and
It is.
everyone's guilty of it because everyone's done it before, and you kind of like forget like there's people in third world countries who would do anything for fucking clean water. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something that everyone takes for granted, and it's kind of fucked up if you think about it. And
It is.
I
No,
just don't fuck with that. And like I've been thinking about it so much recently and I just actually fucking hate it. And I hate that I've been a part of it in the past and I really just don't want to be involved in that. Which is crazy, but
stop playing with your keyboard.
oh, I'm sorry, sorry. So, yeah, I've been really like just fucking despising social media recently and I've come up with a little bit of a solution for now. I'm just going to limit myself to like an hour per day. And I think that'll be good for me.
Yeah.
So, I've also been like taking advantage of the muted words feature on Twitter. I've muted like
I
30 different words in the last 24
bro,
hours.
I stand by that and literally half the fucking dictionary is muted
Yeah.
in my Twitter.
And I also feel kind of bad because on my Twitter, I've really gone like on an unfollowing spree, and it's not like anything personal. And I feel a little bit bad because I don't want someone who I like followed and then unfollowed to be like, "What the fuck? What did I do to her?" Because like it's literally not. It's just a me thing, and I don't want to see it on my timeline, so I'm just gonna unfriend you. And it's with peace and love. There's no hard feelings. It's not personal. It's literally just like for my own like peace of mind, I can't with certain shit. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but it's just life. And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just my thoughts on it. But yeah,
Yeah. And like
so
another thing with that is like I like my I associate my like me time and my downtime with just fucking endlessly scrolling on my phone.
it's so bad.
And it's so bad. And like for one of my classes, I had to make like a schedule. And like it made me realize and put into perspective like how much like downtime I do just like lay in bed and just spend scrolling on my phone. But like I really just associate that with me time. And like when I should be using me time to like, I don't know, get a hobby or something.
For sure.
But I feel like when I'm like burnt out, all I want to do is like lay in bed and scroll on my phone. Like maybe lay in my bed and like color or something.
It's just,
I don't know.
It's just like a vicious cycle, bad. And it's horrible. And I've really been like thinking a lot about it the last few weeks, so making active changes. But
okay, I've been thinking about something lately that I think will really make you happy.
Okay, period.
Okay, so you've been back on your like workout kick?
Yeah. My like oh, you know what I'm thinking.
Oh. So like the next 2 weeks and then you're gonna be like, ah.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. So it's been like an ongoing joke between me and you because there's someone else that like does the same thing that I do, and I think it's really funny.
Where you will be flexing on social media like.
Yeah, okay, so basically what it is,
but it's not like a workout to like maintain a healthy lifestyle. It's like a hobby workout.
Okay, so basically, yeah, so what it is I am the type of person, I am notorious for this. I have done this probably since I was 13 years old. And I'm not proud of it, but I'm just being real. So basically, I have always done this to where I get in this like mindset, I'm gonna work out and like live a healthy life, you know what I'm saying? And I get so motivated. And I work out for like a week, and then I think the next, day 8, I'm a little tired. Maybe I'll just take a day off. And then that day off turns into months off.
That's me with yoga.
And it's how I've always been. But so I've been thinking a lot about why that is. And I think it's because whenever, this is also kind of fucked up, but it's the truth. So like in high school, I over exercised like in an unhealthy way. And that had a lot to do with like running, to where I would like run fucking 7 miles and like basically pass out after the fact for not great reasons. And so I have like an unhealthy relationship with running, but I like enjoy doing it, but it just never ends up being good for me. And so I go through like those phases where I'll like get into it and run for a week, but then I like catch myself slipping into bad habits, and I'm like, well, I can't do that, so I just stop completely. And then so
have you noticed that yet?
So this is what I'm thinking. So I've made a conscious decision to not run, and what I've been doing is like a workout walk. So like I have this little setting on my treadmill.
You have a treadmill?
Yeah. I do. I sure do. You can come over and use it whenever you want.
I didn't know you had a treadmill.
Yeah, it's in my basement.
I could fuck up a treadmill.
Yeah, so I have all these.
Can I come over?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be in my own head and like doing my fucking runway walk on it.
As I do too sometimes. So,
as you should.
Yeah, so I have what I've been doing the last like probably 2.5 weeks now is on my days off. I've been doing the one workout.
Ew,
so basically,
my chin. Sorry.
Stop. So basically, it's like a 20-minute workout. It's nothing crazy. 20 minutes. It's like very like I'm talking like 9 incline with like a speed walk, and it makes
Not
me
the
break a
fucking
fucking
hill.
sweat, dude.
Not the hill.
It breaks a sweat. My legs are sore after, and it feels like I'm like accomplishing something, but it's like the 20 minutes after the timer goes off, it stops, and that's it. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's good for me, because if it was up to me, I would just push myself too hard and it would become like a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that this method will be a lot better for me. I mean, so far so good.
Good.
I'm also like, it's like I'm not, I don't know. I guess for like the longest time, literally since I was a like young teenager, and I think it's also because of like how I grew up with like my mom in the house when she had really unhealthy dieting and she was just as bad. And so I like grew up seeing that and seeing that like working out was to lose weight, and that's literally the only reason you do it.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
so now I have to reteach myself like, no, you don't have to do it to lose weight. You can just do it to like feel good.
I've always had the same mindset on working out
Yeah.
because of like unhealthy habits of
Yeah, and
mine in
I
the
mean
past.
like
And then like I've always just like my piece of shit dad, like
yeah.
associating that with like making like always like condescending remarks at my mom like
For
when it comes
sure.
to working out.
Yeah, and it's tough because like growing up, like I don't want to get too much into it because it's not really my place to say, but like when I was really young, like I would see my mom on diets and like hyper fixated on foods, and I mean it was like borderline like eating disorder, and that's probably where I learned it from when I was like really young.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I literally like grew up thinking like you have to be on a diet all the time.
Yeah.
And I grew up like in middle school where I was like completely healthy. I played like 3 different sports. Like I was very like active. And I had like this weird thing where like my mom would encourage me to diet even though I'm like a fucking 12-year-old like playing sports. I don't need to. But
Right.
like in my house that was a thing, and I also had like older siblings, and it's just like never
And
been
there's
like
always
normal.
like there's a difference between like eating healthy and dieting.
Yeah. So it's like a weird thing, and so I'm trying to like relearn everything and like reprogram my brain to maybe not be fucking terrible to myself.
Right.
And that's been interesting. So I'll keep you guys updated, but so far so good. The breakdown last night about the bathing suit was a slight setback, but it's okay. Like it's fine. And I
It's
have a feeling
fine.
once the bathing suit comes, that's gonna be another big hiccup in the road, but it's
It's
okay.
all right.
It'll be fine. Yeah, so I mean
But what I was getting at was we've been over this about it's so hard for me to like find a workout that is gentle enough on my knee.
well, yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Um I literally don't have an ACL. Just fucked up knee.
That video I sent you.
Oh my god, I watched that last night and I was cracking up.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Uh
that's I also need to talk about that, but you finish what you're saying first.
but like having multiple botched knee surgeries and then a corrective one where
Mm-hmm.
he's just like correcting like what he can. Obviously, my knee is not in a good state, and like when I do like overuse my knee,
Mm-hmm.
I always find that I end up tearing the scar tissue,
Yeah.
and that's why like I get in like so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I would be willing. It'd be horrible for my knee, but I'd be willing and open to trying Soul Cycle.
No fucking way. Okay, you guys, I've been trying to convince Kirsten to do Soul Cycle with me for months. Oh my god, we have to do it.
I'm just sweating like a fucking pig.
Sweating like a pig. We need a soundboard so I can play.
We do.
Sweating like a pig.
Literally, it's terrifying to think of, and I know, like within like 30 seconds, I'm gonna be like,
Well, you just have to go at your own pace. We'll sit in the back.
I
It'll be
can't
fine.
pace myself.
We'll have to.
My thing is I'm all in or not, and then I overexert my energy, and then within 45 seconds I'm I can't.
Are you serious about this? You'll try it?
Yeah.
I'm holding you to it, Kirsten. I'm serious.
Find a class. I'll do it.
Literally, we could go after work on Wednesdays.
Okay, but after work.
That's everything. It's everything, I'm telling you. It's everything.
How about you, after this, we film this.
I have a place. They have your first 3 times are free.
All right, how about after this, if you help me revise my paper, I'll try your soul cycle.
Fucking let's go. Okay, bet. I love that.
We love a compromise.
I love that, yeah. Period. That's so exciting, actually. Anyways, love that. Yeah, so no, what I was saying before was so I really need to just take a minute to talk about my most recent favorite person. And that is Oliver Tree. So I've talked a little bit about it in the past. I admire his work a lot. I think he's genuinely the funniest fucking person I've ever seen in my life. And it's so tough because I really think he's in the wrong field. I love his music, but he needs to do stand up. Cuz he would be fucking genius.
He would be.
He's so funny and
but I feel like he his comedy is very much in the moment and reactions. So I don't know how that would work with stand up.
He's just all I know. It's because it's also one of those things where you kind of have to get it. You either get it or you don't. Because at first I was you don't know what he's saying, if it's true or if he's just making it all up. It's so fucking bizarre. And at first I was this guy is a complete fucking dick. But then you have to get it it's a joke. It's funny. And then it's just genius. And so we love his work. Shout out Oliver Tree. Go listen to his music. Go watch his little documentaries he has on his YouTube. It's everything.
Sorry, my head hurts so bad.
The hangover headache.
I don't even think it's a hangover headache because before I started drinking, my head was hurting. As if that fucking helps.
Yeah, that was not a good idea.
I think it's can you get a headache from PMSing?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's what I'm blaming it on. Because the asshole cramp that I got this morning when I stood up, I thought I literally saw God.
Yeah,
I saw God himself on a fucking throne.
Yeah, that is honestly a pain you can't describe, a cramp in your asshole.
It's not I could even. It's not one of those pains where you could bend over.
There's nothing you can do about it.
It's I was reaching
contraction.
I was reaching on my fucking tiptoes, seeing the light, grabbing.
I love that. That's whack. Okay, yeah. So, have you gone into your weekly update? Where are we at right now?
No.
Oh my god, we are off the rails.
So my past 2 weeks has been full of breakdowns. Something that I have been working on the past 2 weeks is to try to stop being mad over things that I can't control. And I feel like I've talked about this countless of fucking times on here. And setting boundaries is something I'm really, really hard. It's really hard for me to do. And and saying no in general. It's just I have this, I'm an empath. No, I'm not.
I think you're just a very deep rooted people pleaser.
I am, and that goes back with my childhood. But I have this thing where I want to carry the weight of other people's problems and fix everyone around me and their problems. And it's I get so frustrated over other people's decisions.
Yeah,
that's not healthy.
Great. Yeah, that's not great.
And I something that I've been working on actively is not getting mad over things that I can't control. And something happened the other day, and normally I would let it like upset me and like have to get involved in someone else's shit. And I took a step back and like my response was, it's not my business. And
good.
Like ultimately at the end of the day, that person's gonna do what they want to do, and there's nothing I could do about that.
Yeah.
And like yesterday, I felt so fucking bad, but it felt so good at the same time. Like I said no to someone.
Good.
I said no.
Yeah, and it's something that I feel like I get so passionate about it for you because you're my best friend and I care about you, and I hate fucking it irks me in a way I can't explain because I care about you so much, and I hate fucking seeing you let people walk all over you. And I will fucking I know I will see the day, one day, where you finally like don't take anyone's fucking shit, and I know it'll happen one day, and I can't wait for it.
My favorite is when it's something like with my dad, and you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Like, why?"
It's one of those things where it really, and I don't know why, but I feel like I take it personally for you because you just deserve so much better than how you're treated sometimes, and you just let it happen, and it really
And the thing is,
me.
like, I'm aware that, well, not always, but and like the case with him is like, I'm aware that I deserve better and that like I shouldn't let him treat me the way that he does. And it's definitely like improved with the way that like I react to it, and I like how I take it, like letting him do it.
Right.
It's greatly improved from like a couple years ago. And I definitely have set a little bit of a boundary. But there's just something that like I don't know why I carry like some sort of guilt when I shouldn't.
It's fucking bizarre, Kirsten.
But like I know it's like the manipulation.
It
Like
literally is. It's like insanity, but of course you can't like completely see it because it literally happened to you and you've been manipulated like your whole fucking life. Like of course it's different, but and it's different because you can't always see it, but I can see it, and I'm like I don't know how to go about it in a nice way because I'm very harsh with my delivery on literally anything, and so I'm like I want to like shake you like what the fuck? Why are you letting people treat you like this? Like
yeah. And
like the one day, like the one instance, your dad had like told you that you owed him money and you just like gave it to him and he didn't even know what it was for. And I'm like, that is so fucking crazy to me. Like, fuck him. Fuck him, dude.
yeah.
But I get it also that like it's different for you, and I totally see that.
Like I'm not gonna go into his business, but like he's having like some health problems. And I was talking to my sister about this because like my brother, I don't think he'll ever get to the point that I like where I'm at to where like he will continue to try with him.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's
like the effort's not it's not like mutual, like it's not reciprocated either. Like and he will just never get to the point where I'm at, and like I think he knows that too. And like since he's been having like some health issues, like I've been holding like a lot of guilt.
Fuck that. You have made an effort your whole fucking life. And has he ever? No. Fuck that. You should not feel guilty. If anything, he should.
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's one of the, yeah, certain things but I know, like, you'll figure it out. You will. And there's
and
gonna
it's one
be
of
a
those
day
things where like I'm okay with being confrontational when it comes to like calling him out for like things that he says or like the way that he treats like other people.
Yeah.
But there's only has literally been one time in my life where like I have been able to actually like relate how I feel about like the way he's treated me.
Right. And I feel like another big thing is getting to a place where You don't allow things he does to affect you.
And that's something that's really hard because like I grew up right now being emotional.
Yeah.
I grew up like having it engraved in my brain from him that like I'm too much for people.
Right.
So like I often see myself like pulling back or either like actually be like doing too much. Like if I see like someone like change like a tone of voice with me or like just literally like simple things like it always sends back to like, oh yeah, like he's right, like I am too much. And I think it also like makes it really hard for me to like develop new like relationships with people like even like friendship wise because it's like always like engraved in my head like, oh, you are too much to like handle.
Yeah.
I don't know. But speaking of daddy issues,
Can we
Father's
really
Day,
quick?
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So Father's Day is coming up here in June. And speaking of daddy issues, like that's always been like, oh, kind of upsetting day for me.
Yeah.
Because like it makes me feel guilty because like I do like it's always compared to someone who has it worse to me.
Right.
Like I feel guilty for like mourning that day because like this state of relationship, non-existent relationship that I do have with him, and like being envious of other people. Like it's hard to like go on social media and see like other people talk about their dad like in a positive light.
Okay.
And I always feel like so selfish for like feeling the way that I do like on that day because some people like have parents that like have died or like have it like worse than I do. So like I feel like I shouldn't feel the way that I do.
I mean, it's valid to feel the way that you do, but I also think it's important to try, and like it'll take probably fucking forever, but you have to try to get to a place to like heal yourself and not mourn the day anymore. And it's not easy to do that, but it's like the thing like with my mom and shit like that would really upset me, with that. And I've gotten to a place where it just I've completely like healed from that, and it nothing bothers me about that like strained relationship that doesn't even exist anymore. I just don't have a relationship with her, period, but I don't feel like I'm missing out, and I think it's because I've completely accepted that she's not a part of my life. She's never going to be, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I've like complete like I don't it doesn't even like cross my mind anymore. And I think you just have to make an effort eventually, and it's not something you have to do now. But I hope
Yeah.
you'll get to a point where
And
it
it
won't be
like
as hard.
something that like I have done like in most recent years is like really celebrate like my mom that day for like being like a
Both
fucking
parents.
angel.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about something funny that happened in these past 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is for some reason I was thinking about um Father's Day and the home opener for the Cleveland Guardians
Yeah.
is this Friday. And growing up, like I would go a lot like with my siblings to like Guardians games, um, and like the home opener especially.
Right.
And I like sent you a Snapchat, and I was like, okay, like, am I overstepping? Would it be weird? Would your dad be uncomfortable for like if Father's Day I got him like tickets for all of us to go see a Guardians game?
Right.
Um, you received that information very well.
Yeah.
Um, don't want to make him uncomfortable. I'm like
You wouldn't.
overstepping.
You wouldn't.
Let me know.
Ron's a legend. We love him. Yeah, I think he'd love it. I think he'd have a great time. I'll have to check the agenda for him and see what's happening on Friday.
Not even like talking about like on Friday going to the game. I'm talking about like
anytime.
Summertime, you know.
Bet. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Preferably $1 dog night.
We have to do it. My dad fucks up their hot dogs.
I fuck up $1 dog night at any baseball game.
For me because it's like I don't eat meat.
And you have like a pretzel.
Like, well, and that's it. I fuck up the pretzels, the popcorn, but I do feel like I'm missing out a little bit. But I mean, it's okay. Maybe you know what I'll have to do. I'll have to pull like a movie theater moment where they make vegan hot dogs. I'll have to like put them in like a Ziploc bag in my pocket and bring them to the fucking game.
No.
Cause I really just feel left out. Everyone around me sitting there eating their fucking hot dogs, and I'm like sitting there with a bucket of popcorn. It's just not right. But
you're making fun of me because you like watching baseball games.
Okay, well, I mean, I also can't really talk shit. Like, I'm a huge basketball fan.
You're also, a basketball girly.
I didn't even talk about March Madness last episode. Can I just say that was hot? Well, and it was nice because it was like when I got my wisdom teeth out, so I had something to fucking watch. And me and my dad fucked up March Madness. My bracket got screwed up after like 4 rounds. So that was a little disappointing because last year it was much better, but it was still fun to watch. Luckily, I didn't place any bets this year, so I didn't lose any money. So we love that. But yeah, I'm a big basketball girly, so I can't really talk shit about you liking baseball. It's just like baseball is like one of the most boring sports to me because like it's so long and it's not like intense. It's literally just like
it can be.
Not really though, because it's like, oh, is he gonna hit the ball or not? Like that's not intense.
You see how fast those fuckers throw that ball?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more of a thing where like in basketball it's constantly back and forth. But with baseball it's like you're there for like 20 minutes sometimes, then it'll switch to the other team, and I just really fucking hate that.
But oh my god, I don't even remember who they played yesterday. But we were watching it and literally fucking dusted their asses.
Yeah, I don't know. I literally.
It was like 17-3.
Yeah, see, I just couldn't. I don't know. The only reason I go to baseball games, like Cleveland games with my family, but I don't pay attention. I sit there and literally eat every available thing until I feel sick, and then I enjoy my time and just sit on my phone, unfortunately, because I'm just bored.
Love.
But I do love the food there, so worth it.
What's another breakdown I had this week? Oh, I had another hair breakdown.
Oh my god, same. I got mine cut the other day, and it was my fault. So basically, I like was thinking, my hair's kind of like all one length. Maybe I'll like add some layers, but I didn't
fuck up a layer.
I didn't communicate very well, like that I wanted long layers. And so some of these layers are like real short and it's not really what I wanted, but it'll grow out. It's okay.
Where my breakdown was, I've talked about this literally so many times on here again, about my thinning problem. And like that being a result as like from an eating disorder. And it just like never fucking growing back. Because like a couple of years ago, like my hair was so thick. And I think what really, besides the fact that my hair was so dead, that really got me going like really dark hair color brown was the fact that it kind of like really hid my thinning. Besides like when my roots grow out, because I'm a natural redhead, so then it looks like I'm fucking balding even more. But then I decided I wanted to go red, which in my head, like you can't really even see it. In my head, I was thinking like a lot lighter than this.
Yeah.
So then I had like another breakdown about like, oh my god, is my hair gonna look even more thin? So I've been red for like a week. Like a dark, really dark auburn. Over it.
So bad, bro.
And I want extensions because I thought like that would help hide.
Well, the extensions are a great option if you're insecure about thinning. Yeah, go for it.
They're fucking expensive, bro.
They're expensive, but you also have to think they're gonna last for a really long time.
How long do they last?
Depending on what kind you get. You know, what method are you thinking of doing?
I don't know all about that.
Because, I mean, you could do tape-ins. That's not, well...
So like, when I read tape-ins, it said, like, 9 weeks.
Well, 9 weeks, then you go to a salon, they'll take them out, they'll put new tape on it, and put it back in.
That's expensive.
Not any more expensive than, like, getting your hair colored, probably.
But every 9 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, it's a commitment. You could always literally clip in. It's after you get your extensions, you never have to like fucking pay for them until they get old. So that's a good option.
Are they good though?
Yeah, there's good clip-ins you can get, and then you literally just take them to a salon and they can match them to your hair. They'll cut them so they'll look, you know, natural.
Okay, so since your hair license is expired, can you not go to Cosmoprof anymore?
Yeah, I can't go to Cosmoprof, but I have like a million fucking people I went to school with that still have their license renewed, so they could for me. Well,
maybe that's an option.
What do you need from Cosmoprof?
Can you buy extensions there?
I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest with you. There's plenty of brands online.
We'll have to research.
That are like, I know the Lottie and the twins use a really good hair extension brand.
We'll have to research some brands.
Yeah. But
I mean, so yeah, I've been real down in the dumps about that.
I think hair extensions would actually be a really good option for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'd want them just to make my hair longer, but then I also feel like a fraud. Because, like, everyone sees me, they're like, oh, you just magically grew your hair out 7 inches overnight. Like, I can't handle that. Because it's almost embarrassing in a way for me. Like, the thought of, like, showing up to work with, like, hair 7 inches longer is, like, fucking mortifying to me. Bro. And I don't know why, because it's not a big deal. Like,
you're just telling me that's such a good idea. Then, like, actually, like, fraud.
No, it's not. I'm saying, like, it is. I literally wish I had the confidence to do it and, like, show up and be like, yeah, bitch, I got extensions. But it's also, like, one of those things where... But I also don't even like the thought of coloring my hair, because I don't want that big of a change.
You'll have to show me how to, like, put them in and everything.
Okay.
All right, so something else. Oh, I've been here talking to you about this, but
okay,
I accidentally started watching this show the other day, and it's like it's so bad how like sucked into like trash reality shows like I could get into.
Could not be me. I refuse.
It's this show called Life Below Deck. It's on Bravo, I think. And it's like about these people that like work on a yacht. The drama, the juice, the hookups, insane. And it's like all these fucking entitled people going on this like yacht charter vacations and like them just being like stupid idiots and like the people that like work on the boat just like making fun of them the whole time.
Oh my god, no, I mean I don't even watch TV, let alone fucking reality TV.
Oh, I was so sucked in.
My life is already too
so chaotic. Much time yesterday watching it.
Any more chaos in my life.
It's a great escape for me.
See, my escape is just like living my life. Like I feel like
I don't like living my
I don't really need that like kind of escape. I don't feel a need for that kind of escape.
You know, I use that as like a distraction from my schoolwork that I should be doing.
Yeah, that's not good. You need to seriously, you're such like a procrastinator, and that's okay because I am too.
Hey. I'm almost done with my project that I was supposed to start today.
Good for you.
Technically, that's when it was supposed to be started, and I started it last week. So
that's good. I'm proud. That's progress.
Did I procrastinate a lot on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But technically, I wasn't even supposed to start it until today.
Okay, well, thank God you started it earlier. Who knows when you would have had it finished. But
And the only thing I need that's left for me to do on it really is the revising part that I need help with. Like I want you to look it over and
I
give me
feel
some
like
corners.
let me give you some literally unsolicited advice. You didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you because I think this is for anyone studying. When you're doing your homework, turn your phone on silent, throw it across the room, turn your TV off, turn everything off.
When I'm
and get rid of it.
When I'm at home and I do my homework, I'm actually more focused than when I'm like at like have like downtime somewhere else and doing my homework. Mm-hmm. Because at home I put classical music on.
Love that.
In the background, and I'm just like in the zone usually.
Because I feel like a lot of the times when you're doing your homework, you'll be Snapchatting me, and it's you can't. Fuck that. Fuck communication with anybody.
But at the beginning of the week is when I'll take like a couple hours to like really like. Mm-hmm. But other times when I am Snapchatting you when I'm doing my work is like when I'm like halfway done.
Fuck that. You need to just absolutely cut out distractions. You're right. Cut out the distractions. But the thing is, like,
when I complete something in my brain, I'm like, I deserve a reward. So like then I'll.
No, you deserve the reward once you're completely finished, not when you're halfway done.
You're right. I have no excuse, but like whatever.
No excuses. No, I'm just saying. I think because my sister's guilty of it too. When she's sitting there on the phone while she's doing her homework, it's like if you were to like spend the time like continuing to do your work that you spend sitting on the phone, you'd be done.
Okay, but also my ADHD, like literally, I'll hear like the floor creak. I'm like, let me get up.
That's not great. Yeah, that's not great. It's tough.
Like, I'll have like downtime when I get pulled up front at work on like Tuesdays, and that's time where like I have like quite a bit of time where I could just focus on my schoolwork after of course after I get like my work done. Mm-hmm. And I'll like need some sort of stimulation, so I'll be like, let me go check on the resident.
That's so bad. And
so I literally don't need anything from me at all. I just want someone to talk to.
So that's why I'm like so excited for me. I'm starting school next fall, and I'm really looking forward to it because I have always very much been a person. I love learning and I love school, and
I love that for you.
I love like the challenges that come with it, and I love like it sounds so fucking stupid, but like I love homework and like actually like having something to do, and I enjoy it, and so I'm really looking forward to starting school.
What are you gonna major in?
So yeah, I've decided I'm gonna major in public relations and minor in marketing. So that's my decision.
Okay, so like the school I'm going to didn't have like public relations as like a major. That's like an issue with like a lot of online schools. Mm-hmm. So like I'm majoring in communications with a focus in public relations.
That's fair.
And I think I'm gonna try to like find somewhere where I can like go back and minor in marketing. Yeah. It's just because I fucking suck at math.
Oh.
And so bad. And marketing, it's a lot of math.
Yeah. No, I enjoy math. I mean, I loved all subjects in school. I loved it. So I think I'll be great. I think it's going to be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. So
I agree, that'd be good for you.
Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. So
something that we should talk about, since we kind of last episode dived in at the end about new music. So then Harry's new single came out, As It Was.
Bop.
The fucking imagery in the music video.
Yeah, I mean it was just
no words.
Well, I just think the whole like execution of it went fucking flawlessly. It's literally number one on everything. It broke records, and we'd love to see that. And it's also nice because I think a lot of the times, like especially with like fandoms or stans, you want to like gatekeep your fave and be like, oh, like no, like he's ours. But I think it's really great to see more. So many people listening to his music. That's how it should be. And
yeah.
So it's exciting to see, man. I love like it's been like such a trendy song like on TikTok, and that's great. So I love to see it.
Yes. The
Like that's the whole
lyrics,
goal. That's the goal.
literally, it's like a fun beat with trauma dumping lyrics.
Yeah, man. I think it's just a really beautiful song.
Like the
Honestly.
second verse, I was like, ow.
Yeah, it's tough. I literally recorded my reaction when I first listened to it
I
and
love
just
that.
jaw on the floor. Like it was, yeah. It's just a lot. Like the music video and hearing the song all at once was a lot. But in the
It was.
best way. So
I genuinely like I felt like so like overstimulated after. Like I was like, I can't like be spoken to. Don't look at me.
well, because it was tough when I watched. I really just paid attention to the music video the first time around,
Same.
and
And
like
then I had
went
to go back
and
and then
listened
like
to
really
the
listen
song.
to it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like the words just like weren't going through my ears. I was just
they
like
weren't.
so focused on
But
the music video.
I managed to learn the lyrics in like literally an hour and a half. So.
Same.
Impressive. Yeah, it's a great song though. It's a fucking banger. So.
Oh my god, my nieces love it.
Yeah.
Kate does her little like shimmy thing that she does every time it comes on.
Period. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward though. Coachella is this coming weekend, and I love YouTube streams it, so I'll get to
That's
see Mr.
exciting,
Styles
and I'm
on the big
excited for him
screen,
to
on the
perform
big
for
stage.
Coachella. I'm just not like a Coachella fan. Respectfully.
I mean, no one is, but yeah, nobody's really. I don't think anyone's a Coachella fan,
but so excited for him, and obviously like can't wait to watch him perform.
It'll be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
So. Just the organization itself is not for me.
How come?
There's a lot of like the people that run it, and them like donating shit ton of money to like anti-LGBTQs.
Well, yeah, that's with everything.
Organizations. Like that is with a lot of music companies like that and bigger organizations in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not for me.
But we're really looking forward to it. Can't wait to watch. I'll be in the comfort of my own home. Unfortunately, I'd love to be in the desert seeing it live, but that's just not happening. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
Coachella experience though, like going there, I feel like there's just like a lot of people, and that makes me anxious.
Yeah, so that's like also a thing. Yeah, you don't like being in big crowds. I don't mind it.
I don't.
So yeah, it doesn't bother me. So I feel like bucket list. If there was ever a good lineup, I'd want to go. But
like queuing for concerts and stuff, like it's just not for me. I don't like. Maybe I'm like claustrophobic.
Probably.
Maybe that's my issue because like being around people like in a tight confined space really just freaks me out.
Really?
And, yeah, like when we were leaving Louis' show in New York, and literally you just had to get the fucking hair off my neck because I was just anxious about it touching me.
Yeah, that was.
I literally thought I was like dying, like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I mean.
Like I asked you to go to a Wallows show with me. I love Dylan Minnette. I love the Wallows music, and they're playing at like an all general admission venue. Respectfully, I just can't queue for that. I can't. I just need to be in the back.
You're determined to be in the back. I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah.
You know, I'm very like I'm a seat girly at a concert.
So I'm the exact opposite. I'm a standing girly. So I think you said you didn't want to go to Ash. So I think
I do.
Yeah.
I just don't want to like. I love Ash so much, and I would love to go to her concert. I just feel like I would want to like, because that's also a all general admission venue.
Right.
I don't want to ruin your experience if you want to be closer.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is for her concerts and like the lining up protocol? Do the fans get there really early?
Yeah, they do. So, from what I've seen, they get there quite early.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, if you want to come with me, I wouldn't mind being in the back. But if you don't want to come, that's okay.
I don't want to ruin your experience, you know?
I mean, my experience is not going to get ruined. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just like back at the pit girl.
If you want to do back at the pit and you want to come, I'd love that, you know?
But granted, I would stick it out for you, and like if you wanted to be closer.
Well, I'm not going to make you do that.
Like, I've done it. I know I'm capable of doing it.
Yeah, we'll discuss. But no, I'm not like, I don't need to be super close for that. I don't really care.
I feel like I know my limits.
That's fair.
And like I know that like lining up for pit, that's just like a lot for me.
Really?
Because then I get anxious about the thought of like being around so many people. And then I try to eat, and then since I'm so anxious, I like get nauseous.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole thing.
You need to maybe get like some anxiety medication.
Yeah, you're right. I just can't find one that I like.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Jessica takes one for when it's one of them.
I've
pills
tried
that you take when it like you feel anxious. You take
like
it.
Like a Xanax.
It works. Yeah.
So like I've taken
it's Ativan. I don't know.
Ativan, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've tried multiple anti-anxiety meds, and literally every single one of them has made me more anxious. So like I just need to find like a good one.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta just keep trying. Don't give up on it. I'm glad. Yeah, I've found through lots of years of therapy ways to kind of naturally cope with anxiety. Thank God. So
I just can't.
It doesn't affect me. I mean, I still get anxious sometimes, but it doesn't affect me the way it used to.
You know what? Just like I like having like an assigned seat. I like the fact that like I don't have to wait. I don't have to be anxious about like people pushing me.
Right. I don't know. I'm kind of different because like I've went to like
21 Pilots.
Yeah, like if you can handle a 21 Pilots concert, which I've been to like fucking 5 of them, like you can handle anything because that's literally like being in the depths of hell. And I can handle that. So I'm like fine in any sort of like situation, but it's not for everybody. My sister's the same way. She can't do it. Like there's been several instances where she's had to like leave me in the pit by myself because she just can't deal with it, and that's fair enough.
Yeah, I feel so bad because me and you had this conversation. Like, I'm glad that like you're down for pit because like my sister can't do it. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like,
no, I mean it's okay. It's not for everyone, and I don't mind having a seat either. I'm literally the least fucking picky person of all time. Like
the best pit that I've ever been in, like crowd wise, where like so respectful, no pushing. Casey Musgraves.
Nice, yeah.
I didn't like really have to queue. I got there like an hour before doors open. I was barricade still.
Period. Yeah, I feel like I had a similar experience with Death Cab for Cutie. I'm a big fan of them. And in high school, they were in Cleveland, and me and my sister Sydney went, and we literally got there like an hour and a half before the show started, and we got like center barricade, and it was super chill. Yeah, but also like you can't really go hard to like Death Cab. You can't like mosh to their music, so it was super chill.
So like I had barricade. I had like a significant amount of space like next to me and behind me. You've experienced this with me in pits where when I get really bad anxiety, I have to pee. Like I get like
you drove me fucking insane for like our Louis shows because we like right when we get in you wait, and then once like the pit fills up with like hella fucking people, you're like I have to piss, and I'm like you picked a hell of a time to make that discovery. Like are you kidding? And I'm very much like I'll hold that shit. I literally gave myself a UTI from holding it from a Louis show, and I'd do it again. Like it was literally every single fucking show. Like And it was also like 10 minutes before he comes on stage. You're like, I have to pee. And I'm like, you couldn't make that like discovery like.
But that's with literally any concert that I go to.
So wild, bro.
Literally any concert. I was so excited to see King Princess when she opened for Casey. In literally 2 minutes before she came out, I was like, I have to piss.
That's so bad.
Even though from the time that we got let into the venue to when King Princess came on, which was an hour, I went pee 3 times.
See, that's absolutely not normal, and
it's because I'm anxious.
Okay, it's not like you're not a toddler. You can hold that shit.
It's not like a full piss either. It's because like I'm about to like literally piss my pants, and then I go pee, and it's like 2 drops.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's fucking wild.
But the Casey experience, it was so nice. They let me go pee whenever I wanted. Nice. They let me go get my drinks. My Diet Coke. I literally we waited in line for merch. And everyone was so respectful. You went back. You're like, oh, okay.
Everything.
I mean, like, I understand if they would be like, no, but like,
right.
You love.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so I mean, I really want to go to Ash. I'm dying for Olivia Rodrigo. Same. But her tickets are like impossible to get, which like understandable.
You know what's so like upsetting is I like queued for pre-sale tickets like so early before they went on sale. It loaded. Tickets unavailable.
Yeah, it's tough. So that'll just have to be postponed for now for me. But yeah.
And the resales are fucking insane.
I'm a big Ash fan, and there's also something else I wanted to talk about. I've never felt more disappointed than I did the other day. Because so I am the type of person where I'm fucking like so delusional to where like I enter into a contest and I'm like, this is the one where I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Same.
And like this is the one, like I've got a feeling I'll be the fucking winner. And then so
but you know who's really good at winning those contests? My fucking mother.
Really? No.
She's won like Demi Lovato tickets, Nick Jonas tickets.
That's so funny. No, so basically what happened is, because this just reminded me because we were talking about Ash. I'm a big Phineas fan, and
same.
So he had a new song.
The Jacket?
Yeah. So he had a new song called Naked. And he did like this whole TikTok promo, whatever, and he like posted a snippet of the song, and then there was like a video of him with this fucking jacket, and it was like one of one, like so dope, like a tan bomber with like naked on the back, and I thought it was sick, bro. And I was really like, I'll buy that shit, like drop it, where is it at? And then he told me it was like for a he told me
he told me
he literally called me on the phone and told me,
Jamie, it's for a contest.
So no, he basically made this TikTok where he was like, it's for a contest, and I was like, I bet like I'm gonna win this one. I've got a good feeling about it. I need this jacket in my life, like it's meant to be. And so I really, like, with my whole chest entered, and basically the only thing you needed to do to enter was to pre-save the song for when it drops. And I was like, okay, hell yeah.
So easy.
So I pre-saved it, I put my information in, I was confident, right? And it's so sad that, like, it was like, we had to wait a week for the winner to be picked or whatever, and tell me why I was... Like, in my heart, I was so excited. Like, I would go back on TikTok every day and see if he had posted an update on it. Like, I needed this jacket. And then, so what happened was...
She wouldn't answer the phone.
So, yeah, the winner wouldn't answer the phone. And I was like, oh my god, did I miss any phone calls? And it wasn't me. And I was like, fuck, man. And then, this is, like, so fucked up of me. I was really, like, praying on her downfall. And I was like, I hope she doesn't answer the phone and he has to pick a new winner. He didn't. And so I didn't get the jacket, which is really fucking disappointing.
But something that's, another thing about Phineas, this is so, like, not to do with his music, but his TikToks are so fucking funny. Like his reaction TikToks, I literally piss my pants.
Yeah, he's really funny, and it was like my dream to win that fucking jacket. I spent a week of my life like manifesting that I'd win the jacket, and when I didn't, I've never felt disappointment like that in my entire fucking life, bro. I was hurt. But it's okay. Congrats to the girlie who won it.
Oh, talking about concerts though, before we wrap things up, I want to go to the Elton John concert so fucking bad.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
This is his last tour, so like literally it's now or never.
Well, speaking of last tour, so Oliver Tree, basically, I don't know if I talked about it on here, but
No.
Okay, so like I just said earlier, I'm a huge Oliver Tree fan, and he just got off tour, but he was on tour and he was coming to Cleveland, and I literally wanted to go so fucking badly, but I was like, I have no one to go with me.
You literally didn't even ask me.
Well, I didn't think you'd want to go because you don't listen to his music.
Okay, and
so I didn't know you'd want to come.
I'm just down for a nice concert.
So I was like, well, it's like usually I'd be
good.
Okay. Usually I'd be okay with like going by myself to a concert, but it's a whole other ball game when we're going to an Oliver Tree concert by ourselves. Like that's just not the life for me. I can't handle that. And
you would have had to see Logan Paul, bro.
But it was funny. It was funny. He got booed off stage, but. So yeah, basically I just decided not to go to this fucking show, knowing that he's been, and it's Oliver Tree, so you don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but he's been saying that was his last tour, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. If that's actually his last tour, I'll be devastated.
You should DM him and be like,
yeah,
I was like, are you serious or not?
Like, I really need to know, because it's just fucked
Send him
up.
a business email.
I need to, because I really just need to know.
You should have him on the pod.
I would do anything for it. You don't understand. Like, he's a hero of mine. Like, I really fucking love him and his work. I think he's so funny and a great artist. And it's also funny because there's like this weird connection with like, it's very strange because I just found this out recently. He's got like mutual friends, so it's like a whole weird coincidence where like Ethan Klein and him are friends.
Yeah.
But then Ethan is he had Cody Co on his podcast, and he's from the Real Bros of Simi Valley, which is one of my favorite TV shows. And then there's another guy from the Real Bros of Simi Valley who did a song with Oliver, so it's like this weird like group, and I'm like, I want to be friends with them so fucking badly because they're all so funny. I would do anything for it. But yeah, so that's fun. But enough rambling. This is gonna be impossible to write a description for. We went completely off the rails, but it's been fun.
Okay, so let me look for a song. Let me look at Spotify. What is your song? Do you want to go first?
So I have two. Obviously, the first one, As It Was, by Harry Styles.
Sorry. I opened Spotify and I was listening to a podcast, but I had it connected to my TV, so when I opened it started playing.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Harry, As It Was, absolute bop. Good job. Stream it. And so my second one, this is so tough. I've been listening to hella new songs recently, but I think I'm gonna go with the classic Miracle Man, Oliver Tree. Great song. Love. So yeah, go stream. Anyways, what about you?
Okay, I feel like I needed to as well, because obviously, like, As It Was needs her moment.
For sure.
But bringing it back, like I was just talking about Elton John, I'm gonna go Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Elton John, KD.
I love that.
Love it.
Good choice.
All right. So you ready?
Are we? Okay. So this has been... Fuck me. Okay,
you go first. I go second.
This is okay. Yeah. So we've been trying this new thing out. Okay.
Yeah.
So this has been great.
This has been Let's Talk About It
with Jamie and Kirsten.
Tune in next week for some more fun.
Be nice, do good.
Treat people with kindness.
Stay safe.
All the love. Peace and love.
Peace and love. What am I doing with the water bottle?